What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Guilty Gear Strive. Today we're going to be looking at the character Leo WhiteFang, who is actually a pretty OP character in Guilty Gear Xrd. So let's just hop in and take a look at him. We are going over all of these character guides up until the beta comes out on February the 18th. So please look forward to this. Of course, if you pre-order the game, you get to play it a day early on February 17th. So if you're interested, please take a look at Guilty Gear.
Leo is an all-rounder with a varied arsenal including a projectile, an anti-air move, and more. He can unleash a fierce offense from his stance as he turns his back on the
So already this character is a stance character. So in terms of fighters, if you want a comparison, think of kind of Hit, who does have different stances, but his probably aren't as complex as a character in Guilty Gear like Leo WhiteFang. So he can either stand forward or turn his back to you and, you know, get different types of mix-ups like that.
opponent. Greviet Word. Leo sends out a projectile that flies forward, hitting multiple times. Since it hits...
Pretty good looking projectile. Obviously doesn't go completely full screen as we just saw, but does have potential to have decent neutral to it.
More than once, it can cancel out the opponent's single hit projectiles and continue forward. The Slash version has fast startup and can be used in combos at close range.
That's pretty neat that it beats other projectiles. Like, I really like that. I really do.
Although the Heavy Slash version has longer startup, it has more hits, meaning you can keep the opponent locked down longer. Eisensturm. An attack with invincibility on startup. The Heavy Slash...
So automatically what this says is this is a DP. So all of you DP heads out there, like with your Super Saiyan Vegetas, me, Teen Gohans out there, all of you who love DPs, just use this move right here when you don't want to take somebody's pressure anymore. Obviously be careful when you use it, because this will most likely be very negative if blocked.
Version deals higher damage but has longer recovery. Since Leo leaps upward as he attacks, it works well against airborne opponents. Also, you can make use of invincibility frames by using this move on your wake up or during the opponent's offense to turn the tides. Erstes, Kaltes, Gestöber. Leo lunges forward a slight distance as he attacks. This move knocks the opponent down on hit.
This looks like it's going to be a pretty good poke tool. So while you're in neutral, if you just want to kind of get in close real quick, just use this on your opponent to get a quick hit in or make them block. I don't know if this will be plus or not. Again, we're just going to have to wait and see, especially during the beta.
The fast startup makes this a good choice as a poke or in combos.
Look at me knowing my stuff. You heard him, right? He just said it was a poke tool as well.
Zweites, Kaltes, Gestöber. Leo lunges forward a good distance as he attacks.
Whoa.
Since he can move through to the other side,
I would say this might be a decent poke as well, but it looks like it has a worse recovery to it than the other move. So yeah, nah.
side of the opponent, they may need
Ooh, but it does cross up. That's really good to know.
Change the direction of their block. If Leo
Oh, and this is the move that makes him change his stance. As you can see, his back is now towards the opponent, and he can do different moves this way.
He ends the move in Breinhilder stance. Turbulenz. Leo moves forward a short distance as he attacks. This attack knocks the opponent down on hit. If you hold the button down,
this kind of looks like it would be a DP, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. It almost looks like it would have no use. A lot of characters in fighting games have moves where you don't really see them being used. Like take Kid Boo's Candy Beam, for instance. People do use it, but normally it's kind of frowned upon because obviously it has bad startup, stuff like that. It's not the best move to just throw out there in neutral. And yeah, this move kind of almost seems pointless. But again, if you're a Guilty Gear head out there and you know about this move, let me know down in the comment section below if it's useful or not.
Leo will go into Breinhilder stance. Brynhildr's stance. Leo takes a stance with his back to his...
Okay, there we are. All right, so it's basically your stance moving option. So pretty much I was wrong. You're definitely going to want to change stances with this character.
Opponent. He can go into the stance from a set number of moves. Although you can use a variety of powerful attacks only while in Brynhildr's stance, you cannot perform other actions such as jumping or blocking. Try using...
Oh, wow. This is very interesting. See, I didn't really know this about Leo. Again, I'm kind of newer to Guilty Gear. I only played Xrd for a little bit just to get myself prepared for what Dragon Ball FighterZ could have possibly played like. So it's interesting to me that you can't block or jump in this stance. So it's going to be fun to see what it's like.
Using this move when you're going on the offense. Con Shield. A counter move allowing Leo to absorb the opponent's attacks. If you absorb an attack at close range, Leo will perform a counter attack.
Yeah, so pretty much this reminds me pretty much of Hit. Like, that's a really decent comparison against these two characters.
This move also works against projectiles, either reflecting or absorbing them. Leo remains in Brynhildr's stance after this move. As Leo is vulnerable to throws, be careful when using this while in the opponent's throw range. Cleanse and Dunk.
So all in all, that move, the counter, obviously you won't want to just throw it out because it'll probably leave you negative. But it's also good to use while you're in his other stance, just due to the fact that it is a counter and you can't block while you're in that stance. So
cool. Leo lunges forward with command grab that has great range. It deals more damage.
Wow, a really good command grab, it looks like. Pretty good command grab. Characters with command grabs are always a fun time to be able to use a command grab. And the fact that he lunges forward like that is crazy. But you might be able to spot it since he does run up. I'm sure you can do a close range and be able to catch your opponent off guard with it. But yeah.
Damage than a standard throw. It cannot be teched. If you hold the button down, Leo will remain.
Oh wow, you can't tech it
after the grab lands. Blitzschlag. An attack that makes the opponent crumple. If you hold the button down, Leo will remain in Brynhildr's stance after the attack. This move has long startup, but it leaves Leo at the advantage when...
That's interesting. So, he said it makes the opponent crumple. And I think in fighters that has a different definition to it, because when an opponent crumples in fighters, they essentially kind of start falling down, and then you can kind of get a reset off of that. I don't know if that's the same for Guilty Gear or not.
When blocked, making it a great option at close range. Cancel. Leo drops the Brynhildr stance. Stahlwirbel. Leo sends out an extremely fast and powerful projectile.
And of course, here's the ultimate.
Quickly and travels fast.
I think in Guilty Gear, some ultimates,
from a distance.
Obviously some ultimates look way better than others. But to me, fighters still takes the cake for like level 3s and supers, honestly. Because most of these, they're just fast and you're able to get a combo real quick off of them.
Leidenschaft, Dirigent. Leo performs a series of powerful attacks with invincibility on startup. You can make use of the invincibility frames and fast startup by using this move in combos or to interrupt the opponent's offense. His standing far slash and standing heavy slash attacks work well as pokes. His heavy slash attacks can cancel into his slash attacks, opening up his offensive options.
Wow, he looks like he has long block strings.
Mix them up with Zweites, Kaltes, Gestöber and go into Brynhildr's stance. While in his stance, you can surprise the opponent with either the low kick attack or the overhead heavy slash attack. Con Shield can shut down the opponent's attempts at taking their turn back.
And once again, here are the moves for Leo WhiteFang. Go ahead and pause right now if you want to take a look at them. This character looks really good, and like I said, he was OP in Xrd, and he's looking like he'll pretty much be the exact same character when Strive comes out. So if you're excited for this character, go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which character you are most excited for when the Guilty Gear Strive beta comes out, and then when the full game comes out as well. all. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. That's all I got for you. Peace out.